Hi, hello, good evening. I'm doing this as a pre-recording because it's just going to be too complicated for me not to do it this way if I try and do it live. So this is the sofa that I've had for 9 years, and this is what it looks like internally. So it had these really, really nice chrome plates on, which obviously would need re-chroming. So the legs on the furniture were actually really, really nice. Excuse the mess. I'm at the point now where I'm just literally going to get a sweeping brush and just sweep everything out the door and put it in the bin. I've had enough. But trying to take it apart has been a real challenge. I don't have the right tools to do the job, basically, because my toolkit actually was taken from the property 6 months ago. Because one, because I wasn't using it, and two, I was getting to the point where, because my landlord wouldn't fix anything, I was going to just do it myself. So internally, beforehand, this obviously was covered with this material here. And what I've done is I have left the zips. And the reason I've left the zips is because the last time I took a zip off, I ended up having to throw it away. And I'll explain why I've left the zips like this in another video. Okay? So obviously that's some more of my stuff, and this would have had the sofa cushions on here. And then as I've gone inside, let me just see if I can put the flash on. Yep, I can. You can clearly see it's MDF. There's a bit of sponge in here, and what looks like just basic plywood. And these are wing nuts. So I can do these really, really easy. You just twist them and they come undone. So on this sofa, they've obviously used a number of different techniques in order to put this sofa together. I'll pick that up later. But the main sort of backbone, if you were to look at it as a human being, and the skeletal system of a human being is obviously bone, this is wood. Obviously this was a bit more solid, but that is not, that's MDF. And this, I believe, is, if you look at the grain, it's possibly chipboard, but don't quote me on it. And then you've got this foamy stuff inside, which is obviously gone yellow and scummy. And then you've got cardboard. And what's happened over time is when the children have obviously sat on the arms of the chair, the cardboard has sagged and it's broke. So again, this is just like, I would call it cardboard, these sort of wood. So if this was obviously going to be reupholstered or upcycled, all of this would have to be taken out in order to make the furniture up to standards with the latest fire regulations in order to resell, even if you are upcycling it. So to be honest, the best thing I can do with this is just dismantle it and take it apart and keep what I know is still salvageable, like the chrome legs. Yes, they do need a little bit of TLC, but they still have a market value for someone who upcycles furniture or needs spares or repairs. The same with the nuts and bolts. The wood, forget it. Burn what I can, and what can't be burnt, unfortunately, will have to go to a recycling centre. And the zips as well, I can reuse these at a later date for a project. Again, you can clearly see on this side how much, when people are obviously not sat on the sofa itself, they've sat on the arms of the sofa, any weight that's been put on here, it's not only broken the cardboard, it's also split the wood. So that is basically what a sofa is made of. Yes, at some point it would have had a flammable label on it somewhere. I know it had one because I remember seeing it when I bought it. But obviously over the past 9 years, it's disappeared. So hopefully I can remove all the upholstery myself this evening, but the actual frame itself will not be dismantled until tomorrow.